In the book Ready, Fire, Aim, Michael Masterson, who is a serial entrepreneur, talks about how to go from zero to $100 million. And he talks about the four stages of entrepreneurship. Stage one is $0 to $1 million. Stage two is $1 million to $10 million. Stage three is $10 million to $50 million. Stage four is $50 million to $100 million, and then so on and so forth. So in stage one, which is the subject of today's conversation, stage one is $0 to $1 million in revenue. The most important thing at this stage, what is it? Well, here is what Michael Masterson says is the number one rule of entrepreneurship. He says, without sales, it is very hard to sustain an ongoing business. In this phase, in the $0 to $1 million phase, you have to, as the entrepreneur, you have to spend 80% of your time on sales and marketing. It is that important. It is that urgent. 80% of your time, not 10%, not 20%. Every morning when you come into the office, the first question you have to ask is, how can we make more sales? Obsess over your marketing numbers, obsess over your sales numbers. Look at the numbers from the day before, the night before, the week before, the month before, the quarter before, and always obsess over those sales numbers in order to grow your business. The ultimate need from the entrepreneur at this stage is to bring in more sales. I remember reading the biography of Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. He wrote the book Made in America. Great book, by the way. And he talked about the idea that even when he was a billionaire, literally a billionaire, Walmart was worth billions at the time, and he would come to his office. He would literally come to his office at 2 or 3 in the morning on Saturday mornings to go over his sales numbers, to go over his revenue numbers, and he would obsess over those numbers with his team members. And one of his rules that he literally drilled into his team was to beat yesterday. And what that meant was his team was required to beat the revenue of the exact same day a year ago. So if it was the second Tuesday of April from 2020 compared to 2021, they had to beat those numbers. That's how obsessive he was, even at the stage where he was operating at billions of dollars. So imagine, this is so crucial. You have to spend 80% of your time on sales and marketing. This is where most entrepreneurs, I see so many entrepreneurs who come to get coached by me, and they fail because they're not obsessing on sales and marketing. They're obsessing on the wrong things. They're obsessing on tweaking their product instead of working on sales and marketing. In fact, one of my business coaching clients, when he came to me, he was hosting some events 10 days later, and he was spending 80% of his time on the event, creating content, coordination, all that stuff. And I asked him, what's going on with your sales and marketing effort for the event? And he said, well, I don't really have the time for it. Maybe I'll send one email next week. That's it. He was busy with the event, and he said he did not have time for sales or marketing. And that's when my alarm bells went off, because I knew that if that's his attitude, he's not going to be able to get massive ROI on the effort he's putting in. He's not going to make much money. So I immediately got him to focus on his marketing and sales effort. I gave him a simple strategy to implement, which took him 2 hours to implement. It was a marketing and sales strategy, and that generated him an additional $20,000 in revenue. And during one of our recent coaching calls, I asked him, so how much would you be making if you had started using my marketing strategy 3 years ago? He said, well, I would be making over $900,000 US in annual revenue if I was using this marketing strategy all along. That's the power of focusing on sales and marketing, my friends. Above everything else, nothing is as crucial at this stage of your business. Sales and marketing, sales and marketing, sales and marketing. Now, here is what Michael Masterson says is rule number 2 of entrepreneurship. He says there's a direct relationship between the success of a business and the percentage of capital, time, and resources devoted to marketing or selling, marketing and selling. So remember, the most important thing at this stage of your business to go from 0 to 1 million is to sell more, and sell a lot more. And there's a direct relationship between the success of your business and the percentage of time, capital, energy, resources devoted to sales and marketing. the key to understand here is you don't necessarily have to be the guy who does all the marketing and the sales and the copywriting and everything. You can hire people for those things. You just have to be the one who instigates it, who makes it happen. You have to be able to stimulate revenue through sales and marketing. You have to constantly push it. You have to constantly make it happen. Whether you do it yourself, you hire a team, doesn't matter. You have to make it happen. You have to take it upon yourself to make it happen. Spend 80% of your time on sales and marketing. So the question I have for you is, do you feel stuck in your business because you're too busy maybe creating content, working on your product, tweaking your product, and you just can't seem to find the time to do sales and marketing? And maybe you don't like sales and marketing and you don't have any command on your sales and marketing numbers, because this is what I saw even with my client I was talking about earlier. Part of the reason he didn't want to do sales and marketing is because he doesn't like to do sales and marketing. However, that's not an excuse, because that's the remedy. I mean, that's, if you use that as an excuse, you can never grow the business. So if you are serious about growing your business, you should apply for my business coaching. Go to 2000books.com/grow and apply for my coaching, and we will see if you are a good fit for my business coaching. All right, guys, talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.